Yeah, I will tell you, my pond does have a waterfall. Maybe on a 3-foot drop, I guess, a couple different rocks.
Wow, so when did Robin Leach do the feature on your home? How does the other side live, my friend?
Stop it.
Humble brag. Well, that's
I was just going to say, I agree with him that it is. When I first got the house, I would just I took a lawn chair, just before I had patio furniture. I took a lawn chair and just sit it out there on the edge of the pond and listen to the waterfall. It was very tranquil. I very much enjoy it, and I highly recommend a water feature. Highly recommend it.
Very, very zen of you, Phil Jackson.
Thank you. Now, when you start hearing the frogs going at it all night long.
Whoa, like going at it?
Yeah, like they're going.
There's a sound of it? It's a distinct.
Yeah, there is a distinct sound, but there's also the.
Is it Barry White? Is it R. Kelly? I mean, what is it?
Neither of that.
Oh, okay.
Does not sound gentle.
Should you call someone? I don't even know. Like, you call animal control or?
No, it's nature. I mean, they're having at it, right? I mean, look, you hear it all night long.
Oh, is that why they're called horny bullfrogs?
That's right. You hear the call. They're calling to each other, and eventually there's a hookup. There's fish in that pond too. Look, it's what they do. I posted pictures before of the frogs on top of each other, cleaning out the filter.
Come on, man. Not safe for work.
You're right. Probably not. I should probably warn people before that happens. Let's get to the phones. Rick is in Sterling Heights. Welcome to 97 on the Ticket. Hey, Rick.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
So I'm doing great. On the fire pit, it's tough to follow that segue though. There's no segue for frogs today. But on the fire pit, I've had my fire pit, LP fire pit, for years. I have it on my wooden deck on the front of my house. We live across the street from a park, and I enjoy the view. But it's great because you don't have to worry about the wood with the fire. You turn it on, you turn it off. You don't have to tend it when it's done. If you're done with it, you turn it off, and you sit there and make sure the fire's all out when you walk away.
Because it's propane and there aren't ashes that are flying that could, an ember that flies out that could start a fire, right?
Right. And I've got I have two of them. I do a lot of camping in an RV, and a lot of the RV parks don't really have ground fires allowed anymore.
Oh.
So I've got a very portable one that I put out, next to the camp chairs and stuff, and I can have my campfire with my RV as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm a fan of the LP stuff. The only trick is make sure you have a spare LP tank.
Spare propane.
Nothing worse than walking out, setting that fire up, sitting down for a minute, and having it fade away.
Yeah, I think, and thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, Rick. I really appreciate that. I think that's just good advice anyway for the summertime issue. I think, grill your snows. You can't run out of propane.
Yeah, we're not like we don't steal our neighbors or quote unquote borrow our neighbors. And then so I don't know if you know this, but I guess I'm probably sure someone on hold knows. I guess it depends on what kind of pit bonfire pit you buy that's propane. But is it the same standard propane tank, or are there different sizes for depending on how you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think
just for the grills and the griddles, they all fit underneath.
Yeah, for the one that I think my friends have with a table, it's the same typical size propane tank that just goes underneath it. Then you have the hookup. But for what he was talking about, his portable one sounds like it could be smaller. Now, I know that you have the small canisters of propane that you can get for tailgating grills. Maybe that's the same thing for that kind of fire pit. 248-539-9797. Greg is on the cell phone. Greg, welcome to 97 on the Ticket. Hey, Greg.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. So my Mustang is a hammock. I couldn't find one last year at all. Like a big rope hammock.
Yeah.
Just lay there,
I thought about I'd love to have a hammock, but I don't have trees that are close enough together to put one up. And then I thought that maybe I could put it up with the two support beams that are on the pavilion that I have.
We can get that big with umbrella. You know the umbrella you were talking about?
Yeah.
You can put it underneath that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So are you still looking?
Yeah, I looked at Amazon. Everything's sold out, and they can get pretty pricey, especially if you get like a 2 to 3 person one with a rope on it with a cushion,
Yeah.
Which I want. I don't want one of those little ones that you camp with,
Right, you want the Big Daddy?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, good luck with that, Greg. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Hammock. You ever spend time in a hammock?
I have.
That's that's instant sleep time, right?
It can be. It's also, you got to get in that perfect, because if you move a little bit, that thing moves. It's not like a mattress, obviously, but you got to get in that position. But I have slept on a hammock on the beach before. It was very peaceful.
Gator, I built a koi pond during the stay-at-home order last year, and it turned out great. Fun project if you have some time in your hands. Chasing Graham Blank.
It's like Backyard Crashers or something right there.
Yeah.
Build a koi pond.
That's I've got fish in the pond, koi fish.
I'm not building
some. I'd imagine building one is quite an undertaking. So you got to go, a couple feet deep anyway, at least. And depending on how big you want to do it, then you've got the liner that you have to put down and rocks around it. But hey, it's what it is, okay? Rewarding.
Well, I think anytime you do any project, whether it's just changing a light bulb, you're like,
rewarding.
Let there be light.
Yeah.
Look what I did.
These hands. These hands. Like you hold a hammer in one hand and you have no need for a hammer when you're building a koi pond. But I have a hammer.
I think I tweeted this out like a month ago. Anytime you have to use a socket wrench, you just feel like you did something, right? Like, damn.
Yeah.
That's right. Productive, baby.
Yes. 100%. 100%. I feel that way if I have to determine if it's Phillips head or flathead.
Oh, God.
What do we got there? It's a Phillips head or flathead?
Yeah.
I have both. I'll bring both out. We'll figure it out. Because I'm a man. Pat's on the phone. Pat, welcome 97.1 The Ticket. Hey, Pat.
Hey, welcome, guys. How are you doing?
Good. You?
Excellent. So, we talked about the gas propane heater. So, if you are on a dump coming out of your house, obviously not able to burn wood, natural fire here. So, we got one of those 8-foot-tall vertical tube, vertical tube things on each of the valves.
Yeah, they do give out a lot of heat. Also, really cool. And that was a tough one to find last year after a while.
Oh, we got our heater in hand for the container, the cold base. It's like, the good thing about that is you can use your grill.
Yep.
So, if you get one ball short, you can always go back and forth. But those things are just,
Well, you had it right the first time is when we went back to it and said it.
Right, yeah, you
Poop's fine. You can say poop.
Right, poop is fine. Yes.
But you know what? You said, Gator, you had a hard time finding those, it was like 8-foot, 12-foot heaters.
Like by the middle of the summer, you couldn't find it.
Well, think about it. All the restaurants, and, they had to buy them all out, too, because they had to do outdoor seating if they wanted anyone to come eat at some point, so hopefully it's a lot easier to find this year. And apparently they give out some heat, huh?
Well, yeah, and you can regulate it, which is really cool. And it's got like this, you can tip it and tilt it in different directions as to where you want to concentrate the heat. So it's very cool. It has like a shield that kind of does that, which is very cool. Ticket text come in. The propane fire pits do not give off the heat as regular wood fire pit. Well, correct. They give off some heat, but it's not the same. Because you can increase that heat by stoking a fire, but the propane is just kind of what it is. Although with that propane heater is different because it's specifically a heater that you can regulate. Get the wood burning, Kang. There's no replacing real wood. The fire table with propane is nice, but nothing beats real burning wood.
I mean, there's definitely a distinct smell to it, for sure.
The absolute outdoor go-to needs to be a TV. That's from Kevin and Howell.
Evan, our webmaster and phone screener, he put one up last summer, a TV in his backyard. Said it's fantastic.
Yeah, and now that, years ago it was like, I want to, but there's no way to get the TV to work outside. I don't have cable outlet and all this. Now everything's streaming.
Yep.
So it's much easier. I haven't done that yet. Maybe that's going to be one of my moves this year.
But if you want, you can always call someone, or you have to pay for it. Of course, you can get somebody to get the cable going outside if you don't want to do the streaming,
right,
and Bluetooth.
But even I talked to somebody last year. Well, remember when we was doing the show and the landscapers had cut the cable?
Yes.
And ended my show, ended my participation in the show. When they came out to fix it, I asked the guy about that, and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, we could do that." He goes, "Well, today, really, you get the pods or whatever, and this you definitely stream it out there. So I think that might be something that I do this year. 248-539-9797 is the telephone number.
Yeah, you know what? You'll probably see this ticket text in there. They recommend this certain outdoor fire pit, this propane one. I'm looking it up right now. Looks badass. I don't know. I'm gonna have you look at it during the break and see. Should I go with this instead of going with the wood burning? So I'm still up in the air. I want to get something though for the summer for sure.
248-539-9797 is the telephone number. What are your plans for the outdoor setup this year? Last year, you may not have been able to do it all because it was such a run on everything, but this year, you get a head start. It seems like it's going to be not the new hotness, but it's the continued hotness to build your outdoor sanctuary. What are the must-haves? We'll talk about it with you next year. 97.1, The Ticket.
The tournament is down to just 4 teams. On Saturday, Houston's going to start things off against Baylor, and then we're going to see UCLA and Gonzaga. So if you've been watching from the sidelines, now is your chance to get in on the action. FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking you up with exclusive 40-1 odds on all 4 teams left in the bracket, even the favorites. That's right, new users get 40-1 odds on any team to win this round. That means you can win $200 on just a $5 bet. All you have to do is download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and make your first deposit to unlock exclusive 40-1 odds. The app is easy to use, and when you win, you're going to get paid in as little as 24 hours. Just sign up with promo code Jansen so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Jansen. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or over and present in Michigan. New users only. Must wager in designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. This is Damon Amendolara with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Baseball has had its fair share of major problems recently. Marketing stars, never-ending labor strife, pace of play. Oops, am I rating on everyone's parade again? But yesterday was a day to celebrate the game. We had the weird, the Dodgers home run that didn't count, the cold, Miggy Cabrera's blast in the snow, and the dramatic, the Brewers and Blue Jays winning in extras. The biggest win for the sport yesterday was on social media, though, where everyone's feed was filled with fans excited to have baseball back. People bundling up for the cold and heading out to the ballpark, people in jerseys at home, people dressing up their pets to support their squads. The game doesn't often have really feel-good days like this, but opening day is still opening day, and after a year of being padlocked out of stadiums, we needed it more than ever, apparently. This is Damon Amendolara.
Napa know-how. Get a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter for just $26.48. They're like the only couple you don't mind inviting over. They help you with your car, they save you money, and they never display their affection publicly. That's Napa full synthetic and a platinum filter for $26.48. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General States pricing. Sales prices not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 4/30/21.
Here's good news. Even with high unemployment, there's still a need for hundreds of thousands of cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. right now. And My Computer Career is training people to help meet the demand. No IT experience? No problem. Take the free career evaluation today at mycomputercareer.edu. Start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Gear up for the ballpark, Detroit. Shop Rally House for the latest Tiger styles, including the most popular Nike jerseys and the best selection of throwback gear.
Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, Spartans, Chippewas, everything Michigan. Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
DTE wants you to use less energy and save more. Water heating alone consumes about 90% of the energy it takes to operate a clothes washer. So increase efficiency by washing in cold water and cleaning the filter on your dryer after each load. To get more tips, qualify for rebates, recycle appliances, or shop for discounts on energy-efficient products, go to dteenergy.com/save-energy and see how easy it is to save. DTE. DTE Energy is here to help
save money every day. Our appliance recycling program gives you $50 to recycle an old fridge or freezer. A home energy consultation provides ways to cut usage and energy-saving products for your home, all for free. Plus, our online DTE marketplace offers discounts on energy-efficient products like thermostats, LED bulbs, and more. Go to dte.com/saveenergy. DTE.
Odyssey is your new home for all the audio that matters to you. Download the Odyssey app today.
Coming in at 248-539-9797. We're looking for tips on how to, what are the must-haves for your outdoor area this year. Last year was a run on fire pits and on the outdoor heaters. I mentioned that the patio furniture is a big seller right now, and are people, what are they doing to build up their backyard oasis, backyard sanctuary? What do you do? King is talking about these. You're thinking about a fire pit this year, and you're not sure if you should go with propane or do you go with just a wood-burning fire pit. And there are pros and cons to each one of them. I've had people suggest that you can't, there's nothing to replace wood.
But the one thing too is if there's any kind of wind or eventually the smoke doesn't always go straight up.
No, it does not.
So people all of a sudden congregate towards one side of the pit. You know what I mean? Like you can't just sit all around in a complete circle.
Like if you're doing a radio talk show sitting outside, and you get the fire pit.
And it's coming at you,
I
man.
mean, that was unbelievable. I could not get out of the way of
And
that.
I feel like I'm that kind of guy who, no matter where I move, the smoke follows. You know what I mean? Like,
I
it
feel like
doesn't matter.
Everybody feels like they're that kind of guy. How can that be? It's crazy.
It should be impossible, right?
It should
No
be,
way.
and yet, nope. Always that. Can make your own with some bricks and a shovel.
I've actually thought about that. We can go get the brick pavers, at Home Depot
Yeah.
and Lowe's. But my backyard, I have a, what do you call it, stamped concrete patio, okay? And then it's not a huge backyard, but now that I have the little one, she's starting to collect a little bit more, like there's like the slide and there's stuff out there first. So I don't want to take up more grass space,
Right.
and that's what I'm going to have to do. I have limited space, so unless I built a really small one, and it's going to be permanent, I kind of want one that's more portable, I guess you could say.
Sounds like to me that you're leaning towards the propane kind of tank here, but we'll get to some more of these. Get gas and don't look back. Nothing smells worse than a campfire, especially when it permeates your clothes and hair for days and annoys the blank out of your neighbors. I've never been annoyed by the smell
I
from a
actually like the
neighbor's
smell.
fire pit. That's never bothered me. I like the smell of a fire pit and a campfire. I don't necessarily want to smell it for days later,
Exactly.
which is a problem.
Yes.
Yes, you have to,
Even
throw
you
your
take off your clothes in the wash.
immediately,
Yes.
and shower and wash your hair immediately. That is a problem, but I do enjoy the smell. I think most people.
Can I get a double quarter pounder with cheese with just ketchup and onion? And a Big Mac.
Okay.
And a large Coke.
Anything else?
That's it.
$14.50.
stuff, sir.